Welcome to a very special video, as today I'm taking you to a place that means a lot to me. It's where my family comes from, deep in the mountains of San Jose de las Matas, a community called Igua. I'll be talking about the customs, showing you my grandparents' house where my dad grew up, and just overall showing you the beautiful nature where they live. But first, I'm hungry, let's go grab some breakfast, and then we'll head out. Buen día.
Buen día.
Dime una tostada ahí de jamón y queso.
Ya, con lechuga.
Con de todo ahí, póngale de todo.
Con de todo ahí, métele todo lo que aparezca.
So I ordered this ham and cheese sandwich, which is pressed. It has mayo and ketchup, which almost everything here in the country has mayo and ketchup, I feel like. Mayo ketchup with everything. And these places you can find all over in San Jose de las Matas. A lot of them also make sandwiches, and they have natural juices and like avena type drinks like this one. This place I came to, it's here in front of Chamaco, and they're really inexpensive, relatively speaking. Wow. I'll tell you, I'm definitely gonna be coming here more often. It's a great way to start your morning. So check this out. I'm here, and as happens so often, I start talking to people, either with last names or we're just talking about who your parents are, who your family is. They end up knowing your family. I mean, it happens all the time. So I'm here with Kiko Santana, eh?
Sí.
And we just started talking, and of course he knows all of them. I mean, he's from Yerba Buena out there, and he knows my uncle that lives up there. There's an episode I did going to Yerba Buena. They're very good friends. And then he knew my grandfather, uncles, I mean, and it happens so often. It's one of the things that I enjoy about being here is I always feel like I'm surrounded by family. So we're now crossing into Igua, and you could just feel it. It's starting to get cooler. Saludos, buenos días, ¿cómo está? Johnny no anda para acá hoy, ¿no? ¿Verdad? Sí, yo creo que está ya en Sajoma, Hablamos ahora. ¡Ey! Pero ven acá. Contigo.
Dios te bendiga. Adiós. ¿Y qué tengo que para acá? So check it out. I'm coming and my uncle is leaving. You guys probably remember him from the first video that I did. If not, go check it out. I went to his house. He spoke about why he loves living in these areas. He's just coming from my family, from my mom's side, their land that I've never been. I've always wanted to go, and we always talk about going. One day we're gonna go. Definitely gonna be an emotional experience for me, as I always get emotional coming to these areas. So look out for that video. Okay, tío, pues ya tú sabes. Okay, bye. Well, that was an absolute pleasure being able to see my uncle on the way to Igua. He was coming from where my mom's side of the family's land is. He goes, works it once in a while. There's cows there as well. Wow. I wish you guys could feel this. You go through these creeks and rivers and you feel the temperature just plunge. It's just such a wonderful feeling. It's nice and refreshing. I can't imagine how nice it must have been living here. It hasn't been raining for a while. These little creeks are usually much more full, and not to mention just overall one day of rain and it's like a lush green jungle here. It's still really beautiful today, but you could tell it's a little bit dry since it hasn't been raining. Hey! ¿Y entonces? ¿Todo bien? Estamos bien.
¿Y el colmado está abierto hoy?
Lo vamos a abrir ahora.
Yo voy para allá, yo estoy aquí grabando un video. Primo, pues ya tú sabes, nos vemos allá.
Ah, pues está bien. Allá nos estamos.
Sí, sí. Welcome to Igua. This is the house that my grandparents built from my dad's side. They had about 15 kids
living here all at once. It's not a lot of space. They definitely had to get creative. They were farmers mostly in this area. They grew crops, coffee specifically. And so people would come here and work from all around the area, these farms. And so I'm sure that's one of the reasons why they had so many kids is they kind of needed workers, you know, so they could help around as they got older. But I think it was also more part of the culture at the time. So one of the most earliest memories that I have when I was a kid, I think I might have been 4 or 5 years old, was coming over a hill and wow, seeing my grandfather. They had a chicken upside down, offing it for dinner that day. And I get emotional because, you know, I grew up in the States, right? So I grew up within a transplanted culture, I like to say, in the US. And so I didn't get the full effect. So when we would come as kids, often, almost every year, we would get 100% of the culture, which is one of the main reasons why I moved here. I wanted my kids to experience something that I kind of missed out on. And so I love coming out here to reconnect with the roots, to feel the presence of my family, to hear the stories, and it just makes me feel good to be around here. My grandparents raised their kids with nothing but hard work and love, and life was tough, although they always found happiness in the smallest things, in the most simplest things. This is the way they cooked. It's the old school fogón style wood and coal fire oven made out of clay. I think I heard my uncle say one time that they think there was as many as 150 families in this area. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you compare it to today, I think there might be 2 or 3 families tops in the area. Although I think that's gonna be changing in the future, especially those that have left the country 30, 25 years ago and they come back to retire. This area is a little bit more difficult. Maybe a place like Yerba Buena, which I've made a video on, in Los Corrales even. It's closer to the town, not that this is much further. Although now here in Igua, there's a colmado, which is a small store here in the Dominican Republic. You got the Brugal, you got the Col Presidente, and they have music. So it's definitely a place you could go and just chill and hang out and disconnect because there's not much signal here, all right? As a matter of fact, there is no signal here. I have none right now. Forget about Wi-Fi. Again, that might be changing in the future, but I don't think many people want that. They come here to disconnect, and the ones that live here live in tranquility and peace, and they probably don't want any of that jam. In case you're wondering, there's a bunch of tires everywhere here. That's because they're doing construction. There's not much flat land here. And so what they're gonna do is pad the land with these rubber tires so they can be able to extend, because my uncle wants to build here because we all love coming here. I wish I could show you guys inside, but to be honest, I totally forgot where my cousin told me the key was, and there's no signal here. You guys might have seen my cousin on Instagram grinding away the coffee. But yeah, he's the one that told me where the key was, and I totally forgot. So I'll try to come back and show you guys what it looks like inside. All right, since I can't show you inside, let me get going and show you the only colmado store, bodega store that is in the area here in Igua. Maybe I'll go for a dip. Let's go. Eligio, dímelo.
Dígame cómo está todo.
So here we are in the first colmado in Igua since a while. There's ones that pop up here and there because people enjoy coming out here. There's also workers that work the land. And so there are some people that can do with some conveniences. Also, who doesn't like enjoying a cold beer after a hard day of work? Esa sí está fría, mira.
Sí.
Oh. Yeah.
Aquí no había... ¿A dónde compré una libra de sal?
Eligio was just telling me that there were a bunch of people here cooking. They cooked about 19 fue?
Sí.
About 19 chickens there. That must have been such a great time. Do you guys hear that? There goes the rain. Chao, ya usted sabe entonces. was fun. I mentioned that we needed rain and we got it. But anyway, that's a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I can't wait to go back, especially now that it's been raining. As always, if you'd like to see more videos like this, definitely make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you on the next video.